This video will show you how to swap the motor from one side to the other side of the shade. So for example, this shade right now, it's already down from the brackets and we have the motor on the right side. So we want it on the left side. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna pull out both the motor and the end plug from both sides of the tube and then swap them around. This is the motor, and then on this side of the shade is the end plug. So we're gonna pull out the motor. To do that, we are going to hold the shade with one hand. If the shade is really big, we might need two people for this procedure. I have one hand holding the shade, one hand I'm gonna hold the motor, and I'm gonna pull it out of the tube. So now I have it out of the tube, and I'm gonna place it down. Now I'm gonna go to this side of the shade, and the end plug, I'm going to pull out. This one comes out a little bit easier, but if yours doesn't, then you might have to use something like a screwdriver, like to stick it in here and kind of yank it out, maybe with a hook at the end, something like that. So now we have the shade here, and we're gonna move the end plug to this side of the tube. You can see that in the tube, there are grooves all around it. You see them right here and here and here. And there are grooves around the drive, all here, here, and here. And now what you're gonna do, about the end plug, sorry. And now what you're gonna do is you're going to slide this in to the tube, matching it with the grooves in the tube. So there, like that, and then it slides into place. And then on the other side of the shade, we are going to do the same thing. Now on the motor, there is a drive and there is a crown on the motor. The crown is usually going to be up here, but it could move around. It's not broken if it's doing that. So the first thing we're going to do to slide in the motor is we are going to match the drive grooves, just like we did with the end plug, with the grooves inside the tube. So we're matching them up, and then we slide it in, and then we have the crown with its grooves also. We match that up with the inside of the grooves of the tube, just like we did with the drive and the end plug. Push the motor in, and now when we lay the shade down, it is standard roll. We have the end plug on this side, and now we have the motor on the left side. And now we can reinstall it into our brackets after we move the idle pin to the opposite side of the bracket.